Hello, and welcome to another week of writing and publishing. This week, I'll start writing my new series after months of preparing for it. I'll also be going through my week as a publisher of LitRPG and romance novels in Germany. So if this sounds like your cup of tea, please subscribe to this channel. Alright, first things first, I was considering taking a break this week to give my head some time to rest before doing the actual writing part. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I went through quite a lengthy process in preparation of writing this new series. There were weeks of ideating, world building, crafting a solid magic system, then fleshing out the characters and the environment. Then I was outlining what I wanted to happen in the first arc of the story with pen and paper. This gave the necessary time to let the world and story mature in my mind. After I had more than 6,600 pages of outline, I started converting it to a digital outline, which I made sure to expand as well. This took a few weeks as well, and I finished the second version of the outline last Friday with over 66,000 words. And today, I woke up at around 8 AM and couldn't wait to go to the cafe and start writing. So I listened to my gut feeling and headed straight there. 4 hours later, I stopped writing the first couple of chapters of my new story. I went back home and caught up with my emails. Last week, we received royalties from our German audiobooks, so I had to make sure all of the money was sent to the accounts, and I updated all of my ROI documents. There were also some notes from my editor that I needed to take care of, but I stopped at around 4 PM to go to the gym. I know that my editor's notes will be something I will need to take care of as I go through the month, so I'm not worrying too much about it right now. All in all, it was a terrific start for the week, with 4,095 words written. Fingers crossed I can keep this tempo up. Have you had a day where it felt like you were constantly running around like a headless chicken? This is how Tuesday was like for me. I started working from home at around 9 AM, taking care of a few emails that had landed in my inbox overnight. First off, one of the audiobooks that was supposed to come out this week was delayed because the cover image I provided was not the right resolution. Since this was a major bottleneck in our releases, I took care of it first thing. Then, I received an email from that company that was ghosting me instead of paying me. It turned out that reaching them via phone actually worked and my emails were falling in their spam folder. Or not, I don't know. Point is, they finally replied. The money is only a couple hundred, but at the same time, it's a couple hundred. Anyway, after I did some of these tasks, I headed to the cafe and started writing. I was constantly interrupted by other things that needed my attention and forgot to film any video from me actually writing. I didn't forget to film this cute dog that I really have a soft spot for though. His name is Tyson, as in Mike Tyson, and he likes scratches and distracting me from work. Anyway, I kept on writing but quickly realized that 4 hours had passed and I wasn't going to hit my 4,000 words target. So I went back home, had some lunch and relaxed for a bit. Sunset is coming quite early in Berlin and Poco wasn't eager to go out, so by the time I convinced him it was completely dark. That is to say, sorry for the dark video. Anyway, once I came back, I felt like I had a second wind for writing, so I sat back down and within 20 minutes I managed to hit my goal. So Tuesday was a wrap, writing-wise, at 4,038 words. I still had to take care of some emails about beta readers' feedback on translations, but I shut down the laptop around 6:30. I'll go to a mall for a walk with my partner and might be able to look at some of my editor's feedback when I get back home. Oh well, I didn't look at any of my editor's feedback at all yesterday. I didn't do it today either. In fact, as productive as today was, I was barely able to stay afloat in terms of my tasks. To be fair, Wednesdays are quite busy days, so I'm happy with all that I managed to do. I had an appointment at my barber, so I took a scooter there with -2 degrees, which was an interesting experience. Then I headed to the cafe and tried to start writing as soon as I got there. There were a few emails I had to take care of between sprints, but in general, I was able to write almost non-stop, save for when my partner and Poco visited for lunch. This resulted in me hitting my 4,000 words goal at around 3 PM, just in time to go home, change and head to the gym. 4,084 words to be precise. I was back at around 5 PM, had a quick shower and then headed to my weekly D&D session. So needless to say, there were a few things that I had to leave for tomorrow, which I'm sure won't come back to bite me in the ass. There are so many things to do, but at least it's not as cold as it was yesterday, so I'll start by taking Poco for a walk. The cleaner's coming, so I'm taking him with me to work today. Well, I arrived at the cafe at around 9:30 and started tackling yesterday's tasks. A narrator I haven't worked with before starts narrating my Physics of the Apocalypse series in German and needed some directions about the specifics of my LitRPG vocabulary. Then I saw I had an email from a US audiobook publisher for the English versions of the same series. Essentially, they wanted to verify the pre-order dates and get my green light for the covers of the two audiobooks. I like what I did to the cover, so we're going for a pre-order of Book 2 in mid-January 2024 and Book 3 early April. By that time, I hope I'll have more stories in English. Also, today is German LitRPG release day, so I had to do some promoting for it. This week, we're releasing Book 4 of Timothy's Chaos and Order series. People seem to like this one a lot, and it makes me really happy because we did our best to provide them with a great translation. Anyway, at some point I looked at the time and it was already 11:30, so instead of spending more time doing admin, I decided it was time to finally start writing. If I delayed this more, it'd be even harder to get into the flow of it. Luckily, the very detailed outline I have created helped me tremendously today. Also, Poco was a very good dog and didn't cause too much of a ruckus. Being able to fall back to the outline whenever inspiration failed me helped me reach my goal again. In fact, I was able to write 4.2 thousand words before we walked back home with Poco. Having taken care of all my pending admin tasks, it was time I spent some time looking at my editor's notes on my outline. I wasn't able to get up to date with them, of course, but at least I know that we're seeing eye to eye for a few more chapters. This means that I have some breathing room while writing because I don't want to start writing scenes that haven't passed his developmental editing stage. In any case, I feel like this was another good day, so I will reward myself with some Nintendo. Today was a bit of a different day. I did not want to go to the cafe to write, but instead tried to get my works done from home. At the same time, I didn't manage to get much footage, so I apologize for that. I did go out for a long walk with Poco though. In any case, usually I'm not able to get in the flow when sitting on my desk, probably because that is the place where I once got burnt out writing. However, I tried to recreate the situation from the cafe, meaning I made myself some good coffee, used my favorite keyboard, and wrote on my laptop, meaning I didn't connect to my triple screen setup. As cool and practical as it can be to have so much screen real estate, it's so much easier to lose yourself in side quests and spend time on the chair without actually getting any words down. I love it, but a single screen is the best setup for concentrated writing. Anyway, I'm happy to say that I managed to hit my goal again today, writing 4,078 words. That is a 5-day combo and an absolutely successful week for me. The book is now more than 20,000 words strong, and I'm very happy writing these characters even though there was minimal magic so far. On the publishing side of things, I got an email from my accountant regarding a question I asked her about expensing trips. Other than that, it was kind of a slow day, partly because I work a lot with people in the States, and yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope that I'll be able to format next week's German LitRPG release over the weekend, but other than that, I'm looking forward to a weekend of relaxing. With that said, thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope I'll see you again next week. Also, if you watched this whole video, why don't you leave a comment below saying 5-day combo. It'll let me know you watched till the end, and YouTube will appreciate the interaction too. Thank you and have a great weekend. Okay, bye!